Okay, hello everyone. Hi, Jyoti here, the founder of Blue Bagel CRO agency. Welcome to the live teardown on today's episode number 3, and I'm excited to take you through all the areas of improvement which your website can utilize in order to improve your conversion rates. All right, so the first website which we are going to go through today is waterdoctor.co. I'm going to share my screen and present to you my screen. So on the mobile devices, this is the first fold that I see in here, which says 3000 plus happy customers. Filter your bathroom sink. Your skin will thank you for it. Shop your soft filter. So as a new user, if I'm not aware of what Water Doctor is, then in that case, as a first time user visiting this website, I'm confused in terms of what this website is providing as a product or a service and what this product does, right? While 3000 plus happy customers is a great idea, filtering the bathroom sink and skin will thank me are two very different things, and in the first impression I'm not able to correlate the two. This is also because the image that is present in here is not clearly showing that it is a filter and how it is going to be used or how it really functions. So as a matter of first fold optimization, I would suggest to utilize an image or a video in the first fold which showcases the lifestyle or the utility of the product itself, and maybe change the value proposition in a manner through which you are able to really show the correlation between why to put the filter and how it will impact the skin, right? So yeah, this is about the first fold itself. As I move down, I see that, okay, there are some proofs we are able to show about the claim that we are making, which is great. And then we are talking about how does tap water affect skin. Now, this section in itself, I believe visual prominence needs to be provided here more so that it comes across as a different section and as a different story, a unit of storytelling altogether, in order to persuade the users to tell them about why this product is important. So this way the visual prominence needs to be much, much higher in this case. In the form of accordions, these are present right now with only one element exposed. I would suggest that either we can make it in a carousel format or keep everything exposed so that it reduces the number of clicks that are happening on these units. So this is one important part. As we go down, we see what your eyes miss, our filter sketches. This is a great copy. And I think the visually also we are able to provide the context in a much better way and the value that this product is going to give. Again, this section is also very good. I think the copy, the main review, the paraphrase which have been taken from the review can be made much more prominent in here. Being a new product, a different type of product category, I believe people would want to know what these 3000 plus customers are actually saying and what has been their experience so far. So this is something which is really important. All of these sections are again great. What I really like is the utilization of the CTA copies here. These are not simple shop now, get now, etc. This is well done. Then pure soft filters, furthermore, the same thing. Then we are talking about the product in itself, but in the larger scheme of things, if the user is scrolling from the top to bottom, it is very easy to get this section missed for the users that this is the product section altogether. I would want to see more images, maybe if this is a product gallery, so which I am able to see, but this is not intuitive enough that there are more images here. And in an ideal scenario, my product image gallery, until the CTA or maybe the options or the pricing options, these important aspects should come up in my first fold, in my one fold itself, so that it is super clear for me that, okay, everything I need to know is present in this area itself, and I don't have to go up and down again on the page. So this is one important thing. Again, speaking about the visual prominence of the different elements present on the page, Here, I believe the filters here, the icons here, the pricing here is getting blended in each other. I'm not really able to segregate what information is present where unless I put a lot of effort, right? So cognitive load is higher here. People have to put in a lot of effort to really consume the information. So this is here. This section is great. I think this unit can go up, which will really help the user to understand the experiences from the real users. So this is amazing. And then of course you have all the other reviews. One comparison is also there, but since it is present so down on the page, it is very possible. It is very much possible that people are going to lose this, the insight of this, or the site of this itself. So in that case, what you can do is all of these important sections, which I see that, okay, you have facts here, you have comparison table here, then you have some reviews section here, all of these units, you can add anchors to these units on the initial couple of folds here so that users are able to go to those required information that they are looking for. So this is one. In addition to that, when we click on the hamburger menu, which I'm sure a lot of people do click on the menu first before even going down the page to this great extent. So this is what this unit, this real estate can be utilized to a great extent. Since the product range is super small, utilize this space to talk about the product value propositions, how it is different, and maybe the reviews or the some paraphrases of those social proof, etc., can be accommodated here as well, instead of just this one image. So this can be utilized to a great extent to optimize and instill the trust. So this is on the navigation menu here. When I go click on any CTA, it takes me to the product section. Like I said, the information can be clubbed in one single fold itself. If I further add to cart in here, it opens the cart. Now, one again interesting thing is that the utilization of the CTA copy is very conversational and amazing. One thing that the cart in experience is lacking in itself is the removal of hesitations or the assurances that I want to see as a user before moving ahead. So in this scenario, what I'm really interested in looking at is, okay, what if this does not work, right? What is the shipping policy, or when I am going to get to this product, or the other frequently asked objections that the people might be having. So this is something that you need to incorporate in here, add some assurance icons, which is already present here about the shipping and the money back, etc. But maybe add more things that, okay, this can save your skin's health or improve your skin's health in 30 days itself, or that it will be a good change by capturing all the microplastics and the chemicals and the dust and all of that. So utilize this space as well to assure user and motivate them to click on this little button here. So this is on the cart side of things. On the checkout side of things, if this is not a Shopify Plus account, a lot cannot be done. But having said that, this area here can utilize a very interesting banner, which again is talking about why they should be making this decision to buy it today and not drop it off from here. So every touch point should be able to utilize the important factors and that matter to the users, and we should be able to answer those things on different funnel steps. All right, so this is about Dr. Water website. I'll now move ahead to the next website, which is milehighshooting.com. So milehighshooting.com, I have this website in front of me. So I checked this earlier. This website is on BigCommerce. And so yeah, we will talk about it accordingly, because BigCommerce has checkout related customization possibilities as compared to the non-Shopify Plus stores, right? I would like to assume that for a product like this, all the shopping is not happening on the mobile devices. So let's stick to the desktop version in here. All right. So as a new user, if I'm landing onto this home page here for the first time, while looking for the solution related to the shooting accessories and from this category, I think the visual relevance is great for me to be able to see that, okay, this might be the right place for my needs. So this aspect is great in here. If I have a clear intention of buying something particular, in terms of the behavior that we have seen time and again, is that menu is something which the mega menu is something which gets utilized the most. So in that sense, this website can utilize a better mega menu. It could incorporate the visual elements in order to make it super clear for the users to be able to find that product category or the product that they are looking for. Right now, while the visual prominence is okay between L1, L2, and L3 categories in here, but finding any specific product might need a more cognitive load for them to be able to go through all the information in here, right? So in that sense, mega menu from the L1 to inside of these things can utilize a huge improvement by accommodating visuals or some other elements that we can utilize to improve the product discovery in this case. Another very big element that people utilize to find the products that they are looking for is the search element. So in this case, we have a subtle bar here. I believe that this is a product category in which search usage must be higher. And generally, people who search on site have up to 4 times the high conversion rate as compared to people who don't search, which means the intention for us should be to get more and more people utilize the search functionality. So in that case, this section can be made much more prominent with the usage of auto rotating text or the design wise as well. As soon as I click on it, I see some suggestions in here which are plain text. Again, I believe the search experience could be elaborated to a great extent. We can, in a way, combine the mega menu experience and search experience in order for the users to find the products faster for them. We can utilize images in here as well. We can utilize bestsellers in here as well. We can show from the collection pages to the specific products as well, along with some CTAs also. So search experience, I believe, is a very important aspect for this website. Moving ahead, people are not going to go till the end of the page. That's what I believe, basis all the websites we have analyzed so far and seen the data of. But if they are, I think visually all of these things, similarly, I mean, we are highlighting that, okay, this is a accuracy international category, so rifles and barrels and all of these. Again, the visuals, if accommodated, will lead to a much higher pass-through rate from this page to another page, because people will be able to, again, decide faster, okay, this is the section which I want to explore next, etc. in that sense. After that, most popular products, again, these are the bestseller sort of products, which I think could be taken up on the website closer to the hero section. If these are really the bestsellers for this type of a product, I'm sure people do want to understand about what has been their experience. If we are talking about 20 years in business, one big level of trust you're already instilling. But other than being older in the business, a lot of other things are important to drive trust, right? Right from the customer service to the quality of products and everything. So these reviews can be utilized to highlight those things more, and can be present again, can be taken upwards. Now let's go to one of the sections of the product category. And one more thing, that the hero section is have like 5 sliding banners. I don't think these days people are waiting for the sliders to go to pass, or they don't engage in this manner. Rather, what I would suggest is that chuck the entire hero banner and divide this entire screen into these different bucket sections to highlight about these individual talking points that you guys are having. So that is something that could utilize. But all of the changes, the suggestions that I'm giving should be tested first. If your website accommodates, have that level of traffic to undergo A/B testing or split testing. In that way, you will be able to see if the changes are really working for you or not. and these suggestions also can be taken basis how the users actually behave. So right now I'm doing the heuristic analysis, but when combined with the your website's data, you will have a clear cut action plan for what needs to be tackled and where. Anyway, so moving from the home page to the shop, now here let's click on this CTA. I land onto this collection page. I see this is about Vortex Optics. I see some products in here. What is interesting to see is that after one row of in-stock items, all the other products which I see below are all out of stock. If it is intentional, the ideal scenario would be to have in-stock products on tops, have the sequencing like that. If it is intentional that even out of stock products people do want to explore or get notified with if they ever come back, then that messaging should come very prominently on these collection pages as well. This is one on the collection pages. Then on the listing pages, we see that there is a huge pagination, and for exploration, people will have to click on every little tab here, which increases the touch points for them to be able to find the right product. I would suggest to convert this into an infinite scroll so that as and when people are going down, the other products are getting automatically loaded on the page. So this will be great for the listing page. In addition to that, I believe these filters, etc. here, I think the categorization of the product from the filters point of view could be made more prominent, and maybe something could also be incorporated in a way which is related to the use cases of the product. These are super technical filter criteria, but maybe you could also utilize, not sure if it is relevant to this category or not, for which different purposes these products are bought for, the use case of it. Those will be the real life use cases and experiences that people are looking those products for. So that could be interesting to incorporate them for the filtering of products. Moving ahead, let's go to a product page and see what can be done in here. So there is this breadcrumb, which is great. Okay, so the entire header section is super thick and is occupying a lot of space. So I'm not able to see whole of the product page first fold in here, right? So this is something which we can work on. Maybe the header itself can be optimized in a manner in which it does not occupy almost 1/3 of the first fold. Anyways, on the product page, I see that there are title, there is an image. I want to see other images also if possible about this. Then we are talking about the availability and the price, etc. Which is great. Okay, so we have other images, but they are present super down on this first fold. So the optimization of the first fold on the product page needs to happen big time, because all the important information should be present in the first fold itself. Only then people will be intrigued to explore more information about this product. Let's move ahead. Then we have the description, the features, the specifications, the additional information. All of this information is coming across as a super heavy wall of text. What really needs to happen is maybe divide this into different accordions and present this information in a manner so that it is easily comprehensible by the users. This needs to be present in a more digestible format with visuals broken down into chunks of text and maybe spaced out better with crispier information. But this wall of text, people might be losing the attention here, and I'm sure they must be dropping off. Usually we have seen that because of such kind of layout, more than 80-90% people drop off at the product page level and they don't add to cart. So these level of changes will improve the pass-through rate and add to cart rate for the website. Then we have reviews, which is only one. So but if there are products which are more popular and have more reviews, I believe those can be highlighted even more, since it's a very specific technical kind of a product. If you want me to cover any specific URL for this website, so let me know. I'll be happy to go there. All right. So let's click on the add to cart there, and let's see how the cart experience is. I'm adding to cart. On the product page as well, one more thing I would like to highlight is the visual hierarchy of the information too. The product price is not coming across as super loud here. It should be coming across as like within the 5-second test, we should be able to showcase all the important information which people might be looking for. Add to wish list has been an old age thing now. People treat cart as their wish list these days. Having these, so you can consider and run an elimination test to see if it impacts anything negatively in here. These outbound links again are some bit of a distraction. If you know that okay, people do share your product links and then the purchase is being done, then maybe it makes sense, but otherwise it will only serve as the source of distraction in here. All right, let's add to cart and see how the cart looks like. So this is the cart in here. So the earlier product that I saw was having a very high value in here, and this is a drawer cart, but similar to what I said before, your cart should be able to remove the hesitations that people might be having. I'm not able to see any information about the shipping, the returns, etc. Yes, on hero section you guys had a good huge announcement bar about the shipping, etc., but I'm not sure if I've retained that information till here, right? So there are a lot of information which people look for at every stage, and assurances, and this needs to be present on these sections as well. I'm from your customer review or from your customer rep, your feedback, you can identify the things which are important for people which they ask the most, and those answers could be added in here. Let's go to the checkout. So this is a typical big commerce checkout here. We can utilize a lot of information in here. You can utilize how people can reach out to the brand, to the milehighshooting.com team if they have any questions. You can utilize why people trust milehighshooting.com for these products. You can change the design of the checkout page in order to show them how many steps are there, how long it is going to take. You can utilize cross-selling, upselling in here to to increase the average order value, and all of these things can be increased at the checkout stage. All right, so we will take firebillytea.com now. So I'm considering this is a product, not very sure what is the marketing mix like, but I'm assuming that this is a product for which a lot of ads must be running. And if the ads are running on Google or Meta, then 80% plus traffic must be on your mobile devices. So this is a hero section I see. I think the imagery is great. The text, the headline, and the image goes very well together. I really like it. So this is amazing. And if we move down, I'm able to see some trust elements also about the PR. One thing that I've noticed more and more from all the tests that we have run in the past, that people trust what real people say, and they do, and they have started understanding that this must be, paid PR and all of that. So you can test the real reviews versus the media mentions and see what works best for you. Right. In terms of headline, I think a lot of interesting tests can be run. We are simply talking about, and there's nothing wrong with it, but of course we can see what if you talk about the tea experience in the title itself, in the heading itself. So maybe that can bring a change. One more thing that you could try testing is by changing the image from this product range to actually showing someone enjoying their sip of tea. Tea is actually a big time experience for so many of us, and it relieves stress of the day. It gives us kick for starting the day, from the taste itself, the warmth itself, the freshness, the mind, everything, right? So it means a lot, many things to every one of us. So in that sense, showing those emotions and showing those benefits, I think can be much better than just showing the products and the packaging in here. That could be an interesting test that you guys can do. After that, let's move down. So it's a Mother Day campaign. This is great. Meet the top sellers. This is amazing. Why Fire Belly uncompromising and unmatched? I think this is a great section, and this is a unit which can be taken above. Having said that, I wouldn't get stuck on this piece because very few people must be going down on the page in here. This section again is super amazing. What you could do instead, because everything on this page is laid out so well, what you can do is reshuffle the sequences on the home page and see which combination is giving you the best results. This is what I would say. So benefits, yeah, like I was saying, the benefits of it should be given the utmost priority. So this section can also be taken up. So all these sections in their isolation are amazing for social media, the real people, the UVP and why Firebelly tea, etc. Everything is great, but I think reshuffling all of those in multiple scenarios, maybe you can run a multivariant test to understand which combination works best for you. All right, so let's go to the navigation. In here we have different categories, tea types, health benefits, flavors. This is great. So let's assume that I'm going to the shop and I'm looking for green black tea. So I'm moving here. So on the desktop, I opened the desktop website because I saw that in the screen share the mobile version fully is not coming. So which is why, so on desktop, this is great that we are able to show find yours by benefits, flavor, time of day. This is amazing. But if I were to see the same experience on the mobile devices, then it doesn't open up for me. So it only says find yours by. And this is a unit which people might be missing out a lot. So maybe all the filters which you had in here by benefits, by flavor, all of those things can be actually exposed and made more prominent so that users can directly go and choose basis that. So this is one on the mobile side of things. Another thing on the listing page, as I see here, is that we have these badges which are, I believe, common everywhere, so not a problem at all. Then we have given some interesting names to these products: the crowd pleaser, shades of early grey, the champion, etc. What I would also suggest is that the products which have been tagged by different benefits or flavor or the time of the day. So one touch point for the user is that, okay, they could utilize these filters and drill down to their desired product. Another thing could be because the crowd pleasing tea, the shades of the champion tea is not really out and about, is not in the layman terms. So what you can do is that all those tags can also be highlighted on the listing pages also. That is one. Another thing could be that these 25 to 30 cups. So if we mean that one packet serves 25 to 30 cups of tea, then this needs to be a bit more descriptive in that sense to give it more clarity. And because of course you also have to differentiate that, okay, these are the two teas which make 25 to 30 cups, but this one is the one which makes 35 to 40 cups. So people will be able to compare it better given a higher prominence to these units. So this is something that is there. If I hover them, the add to cart button is appearing. On mobile, I'm sure it is not happening. And so we have the plus button, which is not intuitive for the addition of cart for the users. So this is there. And what else? Because right now on the collection pages, I see that all the products for me are looking like same. With a quick glimpse, I'm only able to see that, okay, these are some yellow packets. This is one beige packet and this one is the green packet, right? As a user, I don't have a lot of patience unless my intent is super high. I'm not going to go through every information present in here. So we should be able to distinguish and help the user to select the right product with as many visual cues as possible. So what you could also do is maybe add the carousel functionality in here itself, and whatever the value proposition is. For example, if you have in here cinnamon and spice cookie, also show some cinnamon and spices on this image so that with the look of it itself, people are able to differentiate between how each product is different from each other, something like that. For example, your forest fresh is with cardamom and sweet woodruff. Let's show cardamom in here. So all of these things can take it a long way. So this is one. Moving ahead to the product pages, this is great. I could intuitively see that there are more images which I can scroll through. I see the tea, I see the information also. So you have tried to answer all the questions that people might be having. Yeah, so this image is great, which could come as the primary image on the listing pages, So that is one interesting test which we can do. This could be, again, is very important. You're talking about the flavor profile, so this is amazing. What I really like about this is the presence of infographics on the images itself, because this is one piece which people do um, go through every single time on any website while shopping, right? So this is great. In this as well, you could test what is the sequence of the images which works best for you, and also understand from your surveys, understand from the customer feedback, what are the things which matters to them the most, and include those infographic, that information on your product image gallery as well. All right, then moving down, I see that we have these tags in here: antioxidants, energy, etc. But then again, this is also very easy to lose the sight of these things. So visually, we can have a better play of colors in here, maybe. Then one-time purchase and subscription. Okay, so if subscription is important for you, one interesting test that we have done a lot of tests for increasing the subscriptions, and one interesting thing which you can test is not making one time purchase as default selector, but make the subscribe and save 15 as the default selected button, and then highlight, if the person is able to move ahead to the add to cart, then highlight that this is a subscription and the benefits that they are getting. It really increases, of course, the lifetime value of the customer, and with no increase in the abandonment. So this one could be great. Then moving ahead, we have information about the products, the details, benefits, ingredients, all of these accordions. Okay. And then we have frequently bought together products. This is huge. Then more, then reviews. So all of these things, again, similar to what I told before, reviews is what people do look for intentionally, needs to be anchored somewhere on top of the first fold itself, and the accordion information that you have put in here should also be anchored on top in the form of a secondary bar, maybe, so that people get to know all the information that they want to without trying to dive into the information for which they don't have patience of. And these ingredients, etc., which you have, it would be better if you make them more visually appealing, include complementary images, how to go about making the tea, etc. You can show quick steps with gifs, etc., and what people are talking about these things. So this is how the product images could be made very interesting, with lots of visuals, complementary steps, some videos, etc. Adding this product to the cart, I see we are showing the products and messages. Then we have some completing the cart, etc. here as well. So, okay, so this is great here as well. Understand why people abandon the carts and include this information on the cart, drawer cart. Then moving ahead on the secure checkout. For some reason, this button is not working for me. So you might as well check on your side if there is a problem in adding anything to the cart. So I'm not able to move ahead from here on. Okay, so this was from my side on this website, firebellytea.com. Okay, let's take simplemodern.com. All right, so this is about the bottles. Okay, hero section, I it's great. I love it, how we are able to show the subcategories right here, how the bestsellers are appearing and peaking from the first fold itself. So this is great in terms of the hero section. So yeah, this was amazing. As I move, let's talk about the menu. This is also great in terms of the categorization and everything. One aspect where it is getting overwhelming is that only the left portion of the menu is changing and not the right one. So maybe depending on which areas people engage most with, keep the theme aspect sticky on those, and for the others, maybe you can utilize by showing more information about the product, and so that it instills the trust in them clearly. So that is one about these products. What I see is that this product is having a lot of reviews. It's amazing how social proof is great, seems to be great for this. I think the social proof game could be made super strong for this product category. Maybe show a video in here, show a great paraphrase from a review in itself, so that it looks more genuine, and right there on the first fold itself, people are trusting the product quality and in a lot of ways. So let's see, for example, people are talking about show off your style and stay hydrated wherever you go, or maybe any interesting review can be pulled out. All right. Let's move ahead in here and see. Okay, so collection pages have a banner in here, which is great. This is interesting. Goodbye leaks. Oh wow, this is an interesting experience. Okay, all right. So this is all on the desktop, but I should be actually looking at the mobile website for this one for sure. All right, so I see that, okay, we are starting with the banner here, and then we have the product, and then the interactions are there. Many a times these editorial style landing pages works great, but I think you could also test it against a simple traditional page, and by traditional I mean the features, the functionality, the usability which people are used to in the shopping experience. Sometimes I have seen that with these fancy interactions, people actually get confused more rather than persuaded more for buying. So that this is something that you could see and test if it works better for you. Then if you were to go to any other product, let's say for all the, okay, so these are the traditional collection pages. All right, so let's look at these. So we have visual filters here, which is great. We have some banners in here, customizable. All right. So we have so many reviews in here. So like I said, review game could be made much more stronger in here. So for mobile in here, I see that, okay, there are 5,500 reviews, but the prominence on the star rating is much higher than that. So in this scenario, I would really make sure that the people are able to see the review count in a much better format than this one. So this is one. The usage of video is great in here. So okay, all right, let's go to the shop now. Okay, so I see the product page now. It's great that the anchors to the important section are already present on the product page here, which is great. Moving ahead, we have product image gallery also. I'm looking at all the images right now. I see all the products mostly. Okay, cold for 24 hours, leak resistant, ergonomically handled. I think herein you can test if moving the lifestyle images prior in the image gallery is making an impact or not, because first few images were all about just the product and not the benefits really. So this is what you can test with. Select color, select size. This is okay. All of this is great. Then you may also like details, mouth. This video, I believe, is amazing to show everything about the product, and while I had to click on the play button to really run this video, what you could do is you could use apps like Vistia in order to have them autoplay in order for you to include these in the hero sections or in the product image gallery, so that they autoplay and people will be able to get the idea of the product and the utility and the style of it and the quality of it in a much better format with this. So all of these benefits, etc., can be utilized in that sense. Let's move ahead. Let's click on add to cart and see how it works. Buy more and save more. So we have this ladder system to reward and increase average order value, which is great. We have a very loud so this product is added to cart, and these are for me to cross sell and upsell. Okay, for me to include more information. I think this is getting too prominent in here to the extent that I am losing the sight of what is the product that I just added to the cart and where is it, right? So this is something which should still be of focus and should come on top of the cart. This is what users expect. And then this unit in here could be made relatively smaller, and then accordingly can be nudged, can be nudged in this. Then another one would be that if I have included a pink bottle in here, so I would love to see, for the user, for the sake of relevancy, if I see the matching accessories which I'm being sold here. So maybe this silicone boot could also be in the same color, maybe, or whatever matches the best and stuff like that. Then going to the click on, go to checkout. If this is a Shopify Plus store, you can test between exposing this versus not exposing this, because this is where people are super clear about, yes, this is what I had added to the cart, because it was unclear in the previous step. That is one. This banner in here can utilize a lot more information than just the logo. Use this to show how big a community of simple modern bottle people are, how happy they are, and that it is super safe for buying from your website. So yeah, these are a few things, and you can utilize more assurances and hesitations which people have generally. So you can do all of that in this unit as well. However, you have not upgraded the website to the one-page checkout yet. So now most of the merchant websites have moved to one-page checkout. So I think it would be a good idea to move to the one-page checkout, which Shopify has recently released. All right, thank you so much. This was all from my side, and it was exciting for me. If you have any questions, I'm going to share an email with you. Feel free to write to me. Thank you so much.